And the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is expected to approve the first ever gene editing treatment for sickle cell disease at a meeting on December 8th. SCD is a debilitating blood disorder affecting more than 20 million worldwide, and it is widespread among the tribal population in India. The treatment could be transformative, a cure some say, but as DD India's correspondent Toni Waterman explains, even if the life-saving therapy is approved, it's likely to remain out of reach for many.
Then what the boys gonna eat?
On this day, Ariel Denman is the picture of perfect health. Laughing with her fiance in their kitchen, discussing the mundane, like what to make the kids for dinner or whether Krispy Kreme donuts are too sweet.
They're too sweet. And if I say it's too sweet, you know something's real.
Ariel doesn't take moments like these for granted. Diagnosed with sickle cell disease as a baby, it was never guaranteed that she'd make it to adulthood. Even now, she can spend weeks in the hospital trying to get her flare-ups under control.
I had an older brother that had sickle cell. He passed away in 2013 from complications from it. So I was afraid I wasn't gonna make it to 26 because I was like the age that he had passed away at. I was afraid, like that was my #1 fear, but I am 33. So I'm just trying to make it to 35 now. Look, that's the next goal, that's the next goal.
Ariel is just one of the estimated 20 million people worldwide suffering from SCD, an inherited blood disorder that causes normally disc-like red blood cells to turn sickle or C-shaped. The cells clump, reducing oxygen flow in the body, which can lead to organ failure, stroke, and excruciating pain. The disease is widespread among India's tribal communities. According to the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, about 1 in 86 births among scheduled tribes have SCD. Much of the disease concentrated in the Deccan Plateau of central India. About a quarter of those with the disease never make it to their second birthday. Yet treatment options globally have been limited for decades.
It's not at all at the global stage a rare condition. It is a condition that has been neglected for 112 years, and it is about time that policy, science, and medical care focus on that condition.
Now, a new breakthrough gene editing treatment offers the promise of a cure for those suffering the worst effects of the disease. The treatment permanently alters a patient's DNA, cutting out the gene mutation that causes SCD. The revised cells are then infused back into the patient's body, where they multiply. In clinical trials, many patients said their symptoms were completely eliminated. Last month, the UK became the first to approve the treatment, but there are concerns it will be too expensive and require expertise to administer, making it inaccessible to most, especially in developing nations like Africa and India.
A medication that is 1.5 million potentially from one treatment, even in America, is not equitable. And then approving it will give an impetus for both the researcher, for the funders, and a hope for patients that we can make that treatment very much equitable in future.
Experts say major investment is required to improve the machinery of gene editing itself, to make the process easier, reduce costs, and limit the side effects.
My youngest, he did that.
Still, Ariel Denman sees it as a first step towards a real, accessible cure for everyone. So moms like her
It's a memory of like how small they were, and then when they get older,
can see their children grow from little boys to men. Toni Waterman in Austin, Texas, reporting for DD India.